how's it going, guys? It is Fox98 here, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today, we're going to be taking on a very interesting quiz. Now, as you can tell via my attire, I am a Mercedes little fanboy, but I'm also a Lewis Hamilton little fanboy. Now, as you would have seen this week, unless you've been hiding under a rock, as you can see, you can tell exactly when I'm recording this video, Lewis Hamilton and George Russell have signed brand new contracts to stay at their team for the next 2 seasons, which for me, I love it. But I need to know a question. I need to find something out. I always say that I support Mercedes-Benz, but I'm also a Lewis Hamilton fan. But am I really a genuine fan, or am I a fraud? Well, that's what we're going to find out today, because there is a quiz that F1 put out of how much do you know about Lewis Hamilton's Mercedes career in particular. So let's just scroll to the bottom and crack on with this question. There's 10 questions. It's a little bit of fun. Feel free to join in if you fancy as well. Let me know what you scored out of a possible 10 and see if you're a fan or a fraud. First things first, when and where did Lewis Hamilton make his Mercedes debut? 2013 Australia, Bish Bash Bosch, 16. Wow, okay, not everybody went for that. Most people went Bahrain 2012. That's funny because I don't even think 2012 Bahrain was the first race of the season that year. I don't think it was. It might have been. I could be completely wrong and all of that, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't. A couple went Malaysia 2011. No, it wasn't. And China 2014, 4% of people picked it. But Hamilton made his debut at the 2013 Australian Grand Prix, having moved over from McLaren. He qualified 3rd and finished 5th. Not the greatest race for him, but the tyre wear was quite extreme during that Grand Prix. We move. Let's shut the camera down a little bit so you can see my beautiful face. How many races did it take Hamilton to finish on the podium with Mercedes? Bollocks. I know his first podium was Malaysia 2013, which was multi-21. When was that? Was it round 2 or was it round 3? Was Bahrain before? It's either 2 or 3. Oh, I'm already a fraud. I might as well just call myself a fraud. I'm going to... Oh my god, yes. Whew. Okay, Lewis Hamilton finished on the podium at only his 2nd race for Mercedes, taking 3rd at the 2013 Malaysian Grand Prix behind Red Bull pairs Sebastian Vettel and Mark Webber, who were involved in the Multi-21 team orders drama. See, I remember the Grand Prix because in that race, there was the Multi-21 with Seb and Webber, but there was also the tension between Hamilton and Rosberg because Rosberg was right behind Hamilton, but Mercedes told Rosberg to stay behind because realistically, there's no point in fighting each other, get the cars to the end, and even if we did swap the positions over, you're too far behind Red Bull anyway to do anything. So I thought this would catch a lot of people out. No one really went with round 1. Most people went either 2 or 3 like I was trying to pick. If you can hear background noise, by the way, aka some building going on, I do apologise about that. At the end of the day, I have just moved house and they're still doing works, even on the weekend, so you'll love to see it. When and where did Hamilton take his... Oh, finally, easy question. Hungary 2013. Smashed that Grand Prix, started on pole. Got very fortunate when Vettel pitted and got stuck behind Jenson Button for like 25 laps. And Hamilton was just free. Otherwise, I think Vettel probably would have won the race had he not been stuck behind Button. But Hamilton... I think Hamilton actually had to pass Jenson. He did. He had to go around the outside into turn 1. But the Red Bull was a lot slower in a straight line, even though it was such a dominant car. Yeah, you can see a lot of people thought it was Silverstone. Most people knew it was Hungary, but some went Silverstone. He could have won Silverstone, but he had that puncture, but he recovered to 4th, so that was a good one for him. Oh, Christ. Who joined Hamilton on the podium as he celebrated his first Mercedes win in Budapest? Oh, bollocks. Well, I'm sure Vettel was on the podium. It must be Raikkonen and Vettel, surely, because I know Vettel was on that podium. Yeah, it was. Yeah. That's the only reason I would genuinely, if they put Vettel in 2 different places on that, it would have thrown me. Because if they put, for example, Vettel and Webber or something like that, it would have thrown me. But yeah, I knew Vettel was on there and they've only put it on once. So thank you for doing that. I appreciate all of that. But yeah, it was the top 3 of Hamilton, Vettel and Raikkonen. 3 world champions at the time on the top step of the podium. You love to see champions on the podium. You do indeed. Right, next one. How many race victories did Hamilton claim during his title-winning season in 2014? Good question. I don't know. Should we try and count? Right, let's try and count these. So he didn't win in Australia. So he won at Bahrain, China, Malaysia. He did 4 in a row, didn't he? He won at Spain as well. Yeah, it was a close one in Spain. So he won those ones. He didn't win at Monaco. He didn't win at Canada. He won at Silverstone. I don't think he won at Austria. He might have done. Did he win Austria? It's either 9 or 11. He definitely wouldn't win 13. But I don't think he did less than 10 wins. I think he did 11. Yeah, sweet. 11 out of 19 races to his world title. Claimed for 5 podium finishes and only failed to score 3 times during the retirement. Do you want to know a fun fact, actually, about Lewis Hamilton's 2014 season that you may or may not know, which shows that I'm a fan, not a fraud? If you Google Lewis Hamilton's 2014 season, apart from the fact that he failed to score 3 times due to retirements, every single time that Lewis Hamilton finished a Grand Prix, it was on the podium. Nothing else. I'll prove it to you. So here it is, the good old-fashioned Wikipedia, and as you can see, the 2014 season, he retired in the first race in Australia, he retired in Canada with a power unit problem, and he retired in Belgium after colliding with Nico Rosberg, but apart from that, he finished on the podium in every single race that he finished just throughout that season. So you talk about dominant seasons, well, there's one of them, because he literally has claimed 11 race victories, 3 second places, and 2, you can see it all on there. Obviously, Rosberg, meanwhile, nearly achieved that, but he had the power unit problem in Abu Dhabi, and he also had a 4th in Hungary. So, yeah, apart from that, he was also the same, standing on the podium in every single race, bar the 2. But for Hamilton, did it in all of them that he finished. Right, now that I've gone from being very, very cocky to back to the questions, 2016 is the championship that he didn't win. Rosberg won that in the end, thanks to be honest, I think Rosberg... I think overall Rosberg actually deserved to win that championship. A lot of people will be saying, yeah, Hamilton had so much bad luck, like he had the power unit problems constantly, like the engine failure in Malaysia, which was probably the championship deciding failure. But there were a lot of races as well where Hamilton wasn't up to the game. You know, in Singapore, I remember in 2016, he wasn't quick enough. I don't even think he finished on the podium. I think Raikkonen and Ricciardo got a podium in 2016. Japan, I'm pretty sure he was on pole in Japan, had a rubbish start, and then could only finish 3rd. It was a messy season for Hamilton, and he didn't even get his first win till Monaco, I believe it was. And even then, Monaco was quite a lucky one. So, yeah, I think Rosberg overall was just more consistent in 2016 than what Hamilton was, to be honest. Hamilton, he missed Sakhir because of COVID. This is easy. Yeah, there we go. He missed the COVID. He missed it. George Russell replaced him. Russell, again, he should have won that Grand Prix, but he was cruelly robbed thanks to Mercedes, not understanding that strategy is an actual thing in racing, so that hurt him. Next, how many teammates has Hamilton had while racing at Mercedes? The problem is does this include to now? Because if it does, it's Rosberg, Bottas, and Russell, so it's 3. If it says 2, then it's just a fraudulent act. Most people knew that. He's had 3 teammates in Mercedes. So Rosberg was 2013 to 16, Bottas 17 to 21, and Russell was 2022. Question number 9. Right. Hamilton ended his season without a race win for the first time in his F1 career in 2022. But how many times did he finish on the podium? You bugger. I don't actually know in 2022. I actually don't know. It definitely wasn't 11 times. He didn't finish on the podium more than half. It's either 9 or 7. I've got to think this through now, as more construction work gets done. Bollocks. So he finished on the podium in Silverstone. Finished on the podium in... I'm just going to take a punt in the dark. 9. What can I... Too good. Too good at everything that I do. Wow, a lot of people didn't actually get the right answer for this one. Despite Mercedes' struggle, dropping out of the title fight, Hamilton collected 9 podium finishes during 2022. If it came up with the question, which tracks did he get it at, I genuinely wouldn't have known which ones that he got his podium at, like, just being straight honest. I could try and name them. I don't even remember the seat. Bahrain he got one, didn't he? Got one in Bahrain. Didn't get it in Jeddah. I'll be wasting my time. How many race wins does Hamilton have as of the 2023 Dutch Grand Prix? 103. That's not even a Mercedes career question because he got 26, 27 race wins from McLaren, so that's a little bit false. But anyway, Hamilton boosted his F1 victory tally to 103 during his time at Mercedes. Obviously, his last triumph was that epic win in Saudi Arabia 2021. And with that being said and done, guys, we are an absolute maliciously incredible fanboy of Lewis Hamilton. We have got 10 out of 10 questions right. And, oh, it actually tells me, does it tell me the podiums that he got during that season? No, it doesn't. It just gives me the description that it was there for. But, hey, we got 10 out of 10. You know Lewis's stats inside out. We a G. We'll go out here. If you enjoyed the video, though, had a bit of fun, drop it a like, subscribe if you're new around here as well. I'll see you guys in the next video. But for now, I'm out of here. Take care, well, guys. Peace.